In my life, I've lived with this compulsive need to ask permission to do things. Simple things like use the restroom in a public area. I needed someone to tell me it was okay before I could feel the relief or permission in doing it. And I used to believe this was completely connected to my need to people please, as that had been my survival tool of choice. But I've recently realized it goes deeper than that. I ask permission because when I was very, very young and highly dependent, someone didn't ask my permission, and what they did wasn't okay. It broke me for a really long time, and I never want to make anyone or anything feel something close to that ever. I don't smash bugs. I don't buy plants I don't know how to care for. I do my best to always respond from a place that is true to me, no matter how the other person or thing is behaving. Because I'm pretty sure that if I could ask that spider, that plant, that animal, that baby, that person trapped underneath all of that forward facing reactionary trauma, they wouldn't give their consent to being smashed either. And at this point, you might be thinking, oh, that's beautiful. That's so deeply caring. And if you are, that's lovely. But I'm not to my point yet. Because the other side of this is I've learned I have to be very careful whose permission I ask for. I never thought that kindness and connection could be perceived as threatening, but it is. To some people, it feels like being smashed. To some people, me or you being our biggest, brightest self is their worst fear. So I learned that to some people, when I asked if it was okay for me to shine, they replied, absolutely not, and shame on you for asking, you selfish, self-centered pig. Because to them, I was asking to smash them. But there's an important distinction here that makes me very, very different when I act true to myself and grow, and the person who acted towards me and knowingly hurt me. And that is, I will never smash. If I can avoid it, I will. I'm not perfect. The thought of accidental smashes keeps me up at night sometimes, but my choice will never be to hurt you, even if you are afraid that that is what me shining means for you. Sometimes I wish I could hate people more than I do. I have a perception that it could protect me. But the truth is, I've spent years smashing myself rather than choosing to hurt others, even when I figured out they were already smashing me. So I've been changing how I ask for permission. Because when I agreed to be smashed, do you know who it helped? No one. Not even the person I was trying to protect. Because their pain isn't connected to my shining or not shining. I am not their relief any more than I am their perpetrator. So now when I ask permission, I first ask myself, who could this hurt and who could this help? And I make sure I am part of that consideration.